Yo, what is up guys? So as a Fortnite tips and tricks content creator, you guys always ask me this question. Hey Vizeloo, I'm a controller player, but I don't know if I should use linear or exponential. So if you're one of those people that are always asking me that question, or you just want to know for yourself, then I'm going to answer it in today's video once and for all. In today's video, I'm going to compare and contrast both linear and exponential on literally everything. So let's waste no more time and get right into the video. But first, the sponsor for today's video is Noble Chairs. Let me tell you that this is one of the most comfortable chairs that I've ever sat in, and they've actually won awards for how high quality and satisfying their gaming chairs are. Let me just show you a little bit about this chair. So to start off, the armrests move back and forth like this, and up and down. So they're fully customizable. This is great because it means you can perfectly adjust the height of your armrest to your desk. And with this knob, you can adjust your lumbar support, so say goodbye to back pain from sitting for too long. My back! On top of that, the chair comes with this premium memory foam pillow, so that's an added plus too. And did I mention that these chairs can lean all the way back? So if you ever need to get cozy and take a nap on your chair, then Noble Chairs has you covered. These chairs come in all different shapes, sizes, and styles, so there's a perfect one for you right around the corner. They're also legit super high quality, guys. Like, the ergonomics alone on this chair make it super worth it, but the longevity that it offers means that this is the only gaming chair that you'll ever have to buy. It'll literally last you a lifetime. Noble Chairs offers worldwide shipping, so make sure you check them out. The link is in the description. But before I compare and contrast the two, I need to first explain the difference between linear and exponential. But if you already know the difference between the two, I put timestamps below so you can skip to whatever part you need. So to just run over the difference real quick, I'm just going to read them. So if you go into your Fortnite settings, you'll see linear and exponential right here by look input curve. See, linear uses raw stick input, but exponential causes smaller stick movements to have less of an effect, which allows for more precision. So here's exactly what this means. So right now I'm on linear, and whenever I move my analog stick, it'll move my cursor the exact same amount. That's what it means by raw stick input. I move left to right on my analog stick and my cursor will move the exact same. But with exponential, that's a little different. Think of exponential like a graph that you saw in math class. Like, you know those graphs that go up slowly and slowly and then they start going up faster and faster? Think of exponential like that, and then think of linear like a straight line up. With exponential, your stick will move slow at first and then it'll speed up until you get to the edge of your analog stick. So this is what they mean when they say it allows for more precision. Exponential makes these little movements much easier, because basically with exponential, those first little movements on your thumbstick don't have as much of an effect as when you hold it to the side, because it takes a little bit for it to get up to that full speed, you know what I'm saying? So I know that might sound a little confusing, but now that I gave you a little rundown, I can get into the pros and cons of both linear and exponential. So to start off, I'm just going to let you guys know that linear is much better for building and editing, and it's because of the simple reason of that raw stick input. The way how if you move your analog stick, your cursor will move the exact same amount. Now when you're building and editing, this makes it much easier to predict where your cursor is going to be, and you can just have much smoother builds. Like, for example, if I wanted to edit a circle, all I got to do is draw a circle with my analog stick. That's not the case for exponential. Let me explain. On exponential, if you draw a circle with your analog stick, it won't actually be a circle. It'll be more like an oval. This makes sense because with exponential, you don't have like that linear graph. You have more of like the exponential graph, like I explained before. So it kind of speeds up and then slows down. And when you're building, it makes it much harder to predict your movement, so you just can't be as smooth of a builder as a linear player. But let me just clarify that this does not mean that you cannot be a good builder if you do play an exponential. It's just that if you look at any smooth Fortnite controller player builder, they will most likely be on linear settings. And this is the same exact thing for crosshair placement. Like right now I'm on exponential and it makes it much harder for you to be good with crosshair placement. But on linear settings, crosshair placement is easy because you know exactly where your cursor is going to be. So the moral of this section of the video is that linear wins for building, editing, and crosshair placement. But now we're going to get into the situation where exponential completely destroys linear. And guys, that's aiming. So right now I'm on linear, and notice that when I track this bot, it's kind of choppy for me. And it's pretty difficult for me to stay completely on this bot. But now if I go ahead and I switch to exponential, this task becomes much easier. On exponential settings, I can almost perfectly track this bot across the course. And that's because with exponential settings, these micro movements are much easier to predict and to maintain. But linear, on the other hand, is much harder when it comes to aiming because of the raw stick input. But if you are a linear player like me and you want to have exponential aim, then I have a tip for you. What I do to kind of like replicate the exponential aim is I come right down here to aim down sight sensitivity. And then what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to turn on your horizontal and your vertical boost. And as a linear player, what this basically does is it makes your aim down sights exponential. And then it keeps everything else of yours linear. So when you're building, editing, or even with your crosshair placement, you'll still be on linear settings. So basically what this boost does is it turns that linear line into an exponential line, because the boost starts slow and then it speeds up. I'd recommend putting your horizontal and your vertical boost anywhere between 2 and 6%. And trust me, if you're a linear player, this will make your aim so much better. So guys, moral of the story is that exponential is better for aim, but linear is better for everything else. And since the only thing that exponential is better at is aim, and I've already given you a way to make your aim exponential as a linear player, I'd recommend that everyone plays on linear. I've played on linear since the beginning of Fortnite, and I genuinely don't understand how anyone can still play on exponential. But yeah, when anyone asks me if they should use exponential or linear, I'll tell them linear every single time. But if you do play on exponential and you're good at it, then hey, you don't have to switch. I'm just giving you guys the pros and the cons of both exponential and linear and recommending what you should do. But yeah guys, that's all I have for today's video, and I hope that you found something useful in this video. And if you did, then make sure to drop a sub down below because we're almost at 100k guys. But if you did enjoy this video, then you'll definitely enjoy the one up on the screen right now as well. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Take care and peace.